Right. It's come to my attention that a lot of women, a lot of people are taking the wrong form of magnesium. And it's confusing when you walk into the store and there's all these different types. I want to make sure that you are taking the right form for your body and not taking the wrong form. So I'm going to answer that question or share that with you today. I am Robin, nutritionist, and I help women over 40 use food and nutrition to build their bodies and also help you mitigate symptoms and concerns related to hormonal imbalances and challenges. All right, with magnesium. So, what magnesium is designed to do, if you're taking the right form, is to help you with your bone density. It helps to support blood pressure regulation, blood sugar regulation, DNA repair, muscle and nerve support, and there's also a certain kind that helps with sleep, calming, and relaxation. So for us of a certain age, magnesium can really come in handy. I'm always going to tell you, you can get magnesium from dark chocolate, salmon, pumpkin seeds, but there is a certain point where supplementation can do your body good, especially if you are postmenopausal, because magnesium is the right kind, is very supportive for your bone density. So let's talk about the form that is not supporting you. I'm going to tell it to you, and maybe we just met, so do your research. I'm going to tell you which forms not support you and then the forms that will best serve you. So magnesium oxide, which is so abundant on the shelf, has the lowest absorption rate. So magnesium oxide is often used as a laxative. If you're taking magnesium oxide to raise your magnesium level or to support you in the other ways that I said, it's really not going to do that effectively because only 4% of it absorbs in our body. So why is it available in abundance? No. And it's also a little bit cheaper to make, but it's not the kind that as women over 40, we should be using for what I mentioned before, the bone density, the blood pressure support, and all of that. The oxide helps with constipation and it does not absorb very well. That's the key thing. It doesn't move the magnesium needle and it doesn't absorb very well. So what you would want to take, so there's two forms of magnesium. There's many forms of magnesium, but these are the two forms that I recommend for you as a woman over 40. So glycinate, magnesium glycinate, or magnesium citrate are both very good forms and highly absorbed. Magnesium citrate does really well in water, and you may see that form being made into a drinkable form. But magnesium glycinate is a lot of times in capsules. So glycinate or citrate are the best forms for us and they absorb the best. So if you go into the store and you see all this magnesium, look for glycinate or citrate. I want to explain to you or make sure that you understand how to take the magnesium so that it best supports you. So when you're starting your magnesium, you want to start slowly because it can have a laxative effect. And you want to make sure that you are not upsetting your stomach or your bowels. So I would start off with one. A lot of times with the magnesium, 3 or 4 capsules is the serving size. So we need 350 to 400 milligrams. Start off with one and make sure that your body is okay with it. And whether you take it with food or not depends on how your bowels behave. So if you take magnesium, one, on an empty stomach and it's okay with your bowels, it doesn't create loose stool, then okay. But if you take it and it creates loose stool, that's not what you want it to do, then you would take with food. So I am going to put a plug in for the magnesium that I recommend and that I take, but I also want to drop this little bits of words of wisdom. You want to ask for what you want in life. So I'm digressing. I'm taking my nutritionist hat off for a second and I'm going to put it back on. In this life, you have to ask for what you want. Knock and the door will be open, right? Seek and ye shall find. So this is in general, in life, whatever we want. It's our job, if you will, to ask for it because a closed mouth doesn't get fed. If there's something that you desire, but you do not ask for it, the chances of you getting it slim, right? If you're not asking for it. And if you ask for what you want, then you just might get it, or you ask for what you want and maybe you get it later. But the point is, we got to get out of our boundaries and locks and change and just go for it. You got to ask for what you want. So I would encourage you to do that. Ask for what you want and say no to what you don't want. But in that same vein, I'm going to ask you for what I want. There's a couple of things. One of them is I would love for you to like this video if you like it and leave me a comment if there's a comment to be left. I would love to hear from you. The second part of that is that Necessary Nutrition is asking you and would love to be your supplier for magnesium. We have glycinate and citrate, as well as vitamin D3 and K2. So I want to be your supplier, or Necessary Nutrition would like to be your supplier of these key supplements. So I'm asking for what I want and encouraging you to do the same in life is to ask for what you want as well. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That is my ask for today, but I challenge you to go out and ask for something that you want. And whatever happens after that is what it is, but you put it out there and the universe heard you and we'll do something with that for you. All right. This is Robin-Nutritionist, and I'm sending you love, peace, and blessings, and get you some magnesium. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.